Welcome everybody. I will say to you in Hebrew, Bruchim habayim. That's the welcoming greeting in Hebrew. Let me tell you first about a very important mitzvah in Judaism, which is the mitzvah of hospitality. And this is something that I think all the citizens of Israel, whether they are religious or not, they believe in. We are welcoming tourists and visitors and businessmen who come to visit our country. And most of us see it as a mission to bring people from other countries to Israel and show them our beautiful country, both from the cultural aspect and both from the business aspect. And they asked me to talk a little bit about the Diamond Exchange, the experience of the Diamond Exchange building. When I talk to people and convince them to come to visit my country, I tell them a lot about the cultural experience, about Jerusalem, about the piece of history that Israel, let's not forget, the Holy Land, has in the part of history of all the religions, whether you're Jewish, Muslim, or Christian. The Holy Land has a big part of history of every culture and religious. The same thing you can say about the diamond trading industry in Israel. It is an experience which is a second to none. Whether you're buying or not, you cannot go anywhere else. And I've been into Mumbai, into Antwerp, into New York. I'm actually living in New York City now. And I'm part of the New York Diamond Exchange. The experience for trading, the trading room, the 25,000 people, some of them are traders, some of them are diamond cutters that have worked there for 40 and 50 years. To see them in action, to feel the vibrant atmosphere that is going on over there, it is an experience you cannot feel anywhere else. In Israel, you can have everything. You can have gemstones, diamonds, jewelry. It's all concentrated in those 4 buildings that are like a closed world. It's like a country inside a country. It's not easy to get in and it's not easy to get out. And those people who work there, they invested their tradition and hearts in those buildings. They are there for 50 years, 60 years. And during your trip to the Diamond Exchange, you're going to feel it, you're going to meet them, and you're going to feel a different experience. In terms of the diamond experience, I guarantee each and every one of you that decides to be the pioneer and come to our first trip, you're going to have the experience of your lifetime. I was asked by Mary to speak a little bit about the security. I know that Shimon talked about it a little bit, so I will not be long, but I will tell you one thing. I'm living in the US for the last 5 years. I can walk at any street in Tel Aviv at any given hour at night, and I'll feel more safe, and you will do the same, than any part of New York City where I live right now.
Absolutely.
I promise you. And one thing I can tell you, now that I'm here and I'm seeing how the media presents the story over there, don't believe a word they're saying. That's not true. And Israel is a very safe country. Actually, the tourism this year is high record, although those, what people say, violent cycle or violence event, they are not so violent. And I just talked a few minutes ago and said that before I moved to New York, I lived in Chicago, and everybody knows that South Chicago is the area that nobody should go into. So nobody get into over there besides the people who live there. And it's the same thing. All the things that are happening over there are happening in areas that you're not going to visit, you're not going to see. And again, it happens every 3 to 4 to 5 years. So there is nothing to worry about. There's only good things about Israel. It's going to be the experience of a lifetime. And I urge all of you to come with us and let us show you our country. Thank you very much for coming.